see my country?
All modern and different, like...
It's never boring. It's never dull.
Do you think the UK should be part of the EU? Why?
Well, in some cases I do, because I think they'll be there to back us up if we ever need bailing out or we need trade. But on the other hand, I don't think we do, because sometimes they take advantage of us. How do you think other countries will see the UK and its identity in 100 years' time from now?
In 100 years' time from now, well, hopefully there'll be less of the crime that's actually evident in the country, that's giving the country a negative reputation. Hopefully we'll be seen for growing economy and the latest careers, that people from all over the world want to come to the UK to visit or start their own careers there.
I think he has a really good understanding of the EU and the UK and why we should be a part of it.
I thought he gave really good answers. It gives us a great boost to achieve our goal.
We're in Birmingham just finding people to interview for our project.
Do you see the UK being part of the EU?
Yes, to some extent. I'm not overly enamoured with the idea of being a whole part of the European Union. The idea of not having sterling as our currency isn't one of my favourite ideas, but I quite like the whole sort of culture.
Do you feel more British or European?
British,
Why?
because I was brought up at school saying that I was British.
We should be part of the EU.
No,
Why?
because we're an island, for one thing, and I know no one can be an island, but part of it is that I feel that we are separate because of our language.
As you can see, we've just interviewed two people who have very different opinions. This gives us a better understanding of the EU and how it benefits us. What do you like about your local area?
I like that it's very student orientated. Where I live, there's a lot of students, there's a lot of people my age, a lot of people who have the same interests as me.
See your area in 100 years' time?
I reckon it'll still be very student orientated because the university is not going to go away. Whether they sort of keep improving on what's being done, I don't know, but I reckon if the university expands, the area that I live in will expand with it. So as one grows, the other will grow.
Do you think the UK should be part of the EU?
Definitely.
Why?
Firstly, nowadays, if you try to be on your own, it's very difficult.
We've just been to Millennium Point and we've interviewed a German man. He thinks we should be part of the EU because we struggle if we're on our own these days, and we need it to cooperate and collaborate. Where are you from?
I was born in Yorkshire, Leeds, but I live in Sutton Coldfield.
Okay, and do you like your local area?
I like the West Midlands, yeah, good friendly people. Even the Brummies are nice friendly people.
Okay, and
Of our currency, like the pound, is it part of your identity?
Yes, I am proud of the pound. If we lose the pound, we do lose our identity. We lose our ability.
Do you consider your identity to be a part of the EU?
No, I believe that I'm part of the world, not the EU. I'm first British and then second part of the world.
We've just had an interview with Mike Nattrass, an MEP. He's against the EU, as is clearly shown, but he has many ways of saying it. He believes that we should keep the pounds as it represents our identity, and if we lose it, we'll be becoming part of an EU, which he thinks is a bad thing.
Just England, we're Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and if we four can get on reasonably well together, why shouldn't the British and the French and the Germans and the Italians and the Spaniards and the Swedes and the Greeks and so on?
Against the EU, and one of the main reasons is the cost. And for example, there's like 5 main institutions to do with the EU.
Yeah.
Is that really necessary?
There's all manner of institutions in the EU. There's probably are 5 main ones, but to just give one example, and this will be on my website as well, because there are 2 parliaments, as you're aware. You're in one now.
But I realise that I don't think it's very fair that they try to like rule our country and like take over our rules. So, do you think it would be better if we could choose certain aspects to be run under the EU?
Well, you don't get a mix and match choice, because what the EU is about, and first of all, I appreciate the fact that you're for the EU, and if those are your principles, I don't think that those are wrong, because there is no real answer to it. There isn't a yes and a no here. You've got to balance the facts and understand the different arguments, and then make your own mind up.